Welcome to Overwatch. Welcome to another episode of Coaching the Many. Today we're going to be talking all about REINHARDT, who you're going to have to learn now. If you're a main tank player, you've got to know how to play all of them, because one of them's going to get banned. Well, actually, not one of them's going to get banned. One of the off tanks could be banned, but it's always good to know all of them. It's always good to know, all your way around all these tanks, because they have different purposes and they have different functions. It's very, very, very important to know how they all work. With Orisa being banned, you're going to need to know how to play REINHARDT. That's simple. That's simple. We've got a big old chonker of a VOD, submitted from Missile Mage. So let's take a look. We also know the rating, 2.9k. First things first, as always, take a look at our team comp, think about our win conditions. Oh dear, Mr. Y, what happened to you, son? Soon we're going to have replay codes. Oh, he just died. Yeah, Hanzo. Okay, go figure. And the Ashe almost dies immediately as well. Could we have done anything about that? I mean, this is why I like having my barrier up at the start. And this is also, by the way, just like general Volskaya knowledge. I always like to go in through this, like, underneath, and then pick a direction, rather than going, like, round the outside, because if you go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside, you can get Lucio booped, Hanzo arrowed, all that kind of stuff. So it's never fun. In terms of victory conditions, I mean, we've got like a lot of healing available to us. We're going to have to play a little bit around the Ana. Nano Blade definitely looks like a big one. Otherwise, like, not much barrier damage. Like, I've never been a big fan of, like, Ashe Genji just feels like a very low damage composition to me. We do have the Zarya to help us out a little bit. Definitely going to be a little bit tricky, I think, to have just like a solid, easy win condition going forward. Zarya's looking for a bit of charge. She's a protector on the way out. Good. Oh, and the Genji's dead as well. Oh, okay, pressure. Now's time. Now is the time, son. Now is the time. Nice. Good. Let him make the mistake. It's fairly safe. Just what? Okay. Let's talk about this. Because this is the first thing that I've kind of noticed. I've been like, this doesn't look quite right. I like the bait. Like, you could countercharge this and just stun him up as well. His team just lacks the support. Notice that the kills that sort of spurred the start of this push is a Moira and a Genji. So that's a lot of their healing gone. They still have an Ana of their own, but Ana, like, has to run away at this point pretty much. So you could always just go for the countercharge here. You're pretty safe. Like, you're in front of your team. It's going to be hard to die, but just baiting it here is fine, because at this point, he is boned. His team is retreating. Like, the body language that I'm getting from their team is all like, we want to back up. We want to sort of initiate the second phase of our defense, right? We want to move back and start defending from the point and playing from the point. So you can just start swinging here. There's honestly no need to charge. If you do want to charge, then yeah, sure, just go for it. I'd probably try and like tuck it in a little bit, try and end here, because really what you want to do is kill this REINHARDT. That should be our objective right now. And I kind of get the idea of, like, block the Ana. But honestly, you can just block the Ana by just, like, putting your body here. And then just hit this guy a lot. Because, yeah, it's just a good, easy kill. Still goes down, which is good. Makes it a little bit more of a sure thing. Ooh. Yep. I mean, you guys have massive advantage. This is still a 26-minute long VOD, so I'm expecting things to get fucky real soon. Oh boy. Okay. So we've won. We won the first point pretty resoundingly. We lost some people at the start, but we really, really won. So we should have ult advantage by normal logic. Zarya is definitely, like, the big one to watch here. We still want to, like, leverage this aggression and just try and keep the momentum going. Momentum is incredibly important in Overwatch. So just keeping them on the back foot, keeping this Zarya rolling as well, it's going to be very, very useful. That's it. Just tussle with the REINHARDT a bit. Coalescence activated. Good. So this is what I mean by pressure and, like, just continuing this aggression. Coalescence is so good for just polishing off REINHARDTs, because their instinct is to, like, fight and then play defensively. But if the barrier can't hold them, if the barrier doesn't do anything, then they're just gonna die. I'm gonna try and keep this cat in frame. No, he's too covered up here. He needs to be, like, over here with me, being very grumpy. But this is the closest I get to having an actual cat, okay? This is the closest that I can come. So, yeah, he's just in trouble. I mean, his support should keep him in trouble. The Ana actually hit a sleep dart. That's sick. Your Ana slept there, Ana. Which is why this guy died. That's sick. That is absolutely sick. I'd be tempted looking for that charge, but yeah, there's no need. This... I mean, yeah. There's not much more to say. Let's hold on to that ulti, get ready to nail anyone to come in. Don't fire strike him. Just pay attention with Genji. If you haven't seen him fire strike, haven't seen him deflect, assume he has the deflect. And you don't, especially at this stage, you don't want to give him ult charge. So just be a little bit careful with that. Nice, and yeah, okay. There's 26, like, we still got 24 more minutes of this match, so... Something's going on here. Wrong aspect ratio. It's actually the wrong resolution. It's weird, actually. Normally, you'd see it and it'd be like, you know, if you record it like 720 and you just upscale it to 1080 but don't do it right, you'll end up with like this border here. But it should be like 50%. Right? It should be like more inwards, like the VOD we had last week. But this time, it's just like a little bit. It's just such a small amount. It's kind of weird. I don't know how Middleton Major's done this. 7-7 score. Yeah, it feels like it. Okay. I like the fire strike. I like the backing away. Don't like what this area is doing. Don't do this. Yeah, this is why you don't do this. And this is why, honestly, I don't like much playing around out here. Because when it goes wrong, it goes spectacularly wrong. So just do the fire strike, back up, and put your shield up. I think this area is just nuts here. Like, honestly, it's not hard to get charges area with Volskaya. Because if everyone was just playing normally, and just playing sort of back here, this death should not happen. The Moira should not be in a position where the Widow can just headshot her. Right? So... Okay. Oh. Yep, good. Good counter charge. That's it. Yeah, this is honestly looks fine to my eyes. Like, we're not conceding, we're conceding ground because we have to, because we lost on Moira, but we're not conceding it super quickly. We're countercharging as necessary. Zarya protects us. Got good synergy with our Zarya. Backing away, but it's slow and we're doing damage as we back away. So let's give our team a chance to sort of claw it back. Letting our barrier rest. This is good. Contest the corner. Excellent. Excelente. Nice. I am fine with this, honestly. Like, as far as risks go, there's a risk that, like, we get countercharged here, but the Zarya quite rightly bubbles the Ana, thinking you're charging the Ana, and the Reinhardt just kind of steps in front and dies. Good play out of there, Zarya. That's to keep your shield up. Your anti, good. The Widow is probably in the back, yeah, there she is. You can't do anything about this, so... This is kind of the awkward position you're in now. This is difficult to handle, like if a Widow does get into this kind of position, because you kind of just have to play in this alleyway or on the other side of the box, because she's just got free reign up there. No one on your team can actually handle that. The Ashe kind of maybe, but Widow has advantage there. Don't know why all the audio is doubling up. It's kind of weird. Oh, it's because it's like going through his microphone or something, maybe? Don't just Earth Shatter. Don't just Earth Shatter. Who did she nano? Yeah. I mean, this is on the supports to try and keep you alive. Shadow would not have helped here. Just saying. The reason why I want to emphasize that is because if he shatters, like, the Reinhardt can block it just free. There's nothing to, like, contest him. So, yeah. There's honestly, like, no good win situation here for us. The Ana and Moira just have to keep us alive, which, honestly, is not impossible. Like, it's kind of weird that they're not. So that's on the supports, to be honest. TBH. Okay, they did nano the Reinhardt, good. Good on their team. Still, I mean, it's a better defense than they put up, so... It's not the end of the world. They had to spend nano for it. You should have nano coming up this time. Your Aunt, like... It should not take Ana this long to build up a nano boost. Nice. Don't overpush this. They're stuck, like... Your barrier is low, and they should have shatter. I can see how we lose this very quickly. Great block. Great block. No! How to throw momentum away in one easy step. Okay. So their team kind of fucks up because they do the classic error of we'll have one person cap, which is our Reinhardt, so they can't push. And someone just overextends into this area. Your team quite rightly plays back a little bit, patiently, and the Moira peeks out, gets exploded. Good. Moira should not be doing that. And then it's like, they can't do anything. In theory, you could push this. You could absolutely push this. The reason why I say hold back is because I have no idea how many people are with us, or where our Ana is, right? So if we go around this corner, and there's a Reaper and a Zarya and an Ana, we could die. So we can't actually fight around this corner. Like, unless we know where the Ana is, we can't do anything. So we got to play with that in mind of like, okay, Ana could be like, our Ana could be all the way at the back and probably is all the way at the back. Then the concern to me is, hey, our barrier is like super low. If their Reinhardt was just a little bit more patient, maybe I anticipated that your barrier was destroyed there. Yeah. And then I appreciate like Shatter counter Shatter, because he might go for a charge or something, but honestly, just like let them make the mistake. I guess we are in a position where like we have no barrier left, but honestly, you're near a corner. Like, you can back up. There's nothing to really worry about here. And then, yeah. The issue here is that we've kind of spent a lot to do this. We do have an electric cowboy, at the very least, so hey, it's nice. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's so grumpy. Look how grumpy. Oh my god, this Widow. This is absolutely not our job, but slap that ass. That is a bold Widow. Didn't we have a Genji? No, we don't have a Genji anymore. We have a McCree. Good. Good catch. I mean, we're going to die because our team is all dead, so... No! Oh my god. Ana with the clutch. What are you doing, son? That was a charge and a half. I'm amazed that the Ana kept us alive. Like, I thought that anti would be our end. I thought this entire phase would be our end. The thing is, like, we shouldn't be the one to deal with this. And honestly, this is the downside of playing, like, Ashe McCree, because no one can pressure this Widow. This Widow can get away with this. She has Infrasight on. She should see the Reinhardt coming, surely. She should hear him coming. Yeah. Like, someone needs to swap to do... Like, either the Zarya goes to D.Va... definitely don't go Winston. The Ashe, you probably either... There's better options, man. Across the board, kind of. Lucio would even work. Yeah, you have to block that charge. If you don't, you die. I was really worried when the Ana nanoed us, but we're still purple, because we don't get the healing, but somehow she actually does still get healing to us. The mistake that the enemy Rein makes is by, like, running around this corner, where if he put himself... Hello, Rein. This is terrifying. If he put himself between us and the Ana, and just put his body there, we would be dead, 100%. It's such an important thing to keep in mind, is, like, this relationship between Ana and tank, right? That having a body in the way is just so vital. It's why Ana kind of disappears in Winston metas, because the way that the tank positions is like the Winston jumps in and you end up with an enemy Winston here. So you can't get healing through it. Even if you break the barrier, you can't get healing through. And it's kind of just an important consideration. Why not Winston? Because they have... like, Moira Ana to just heal everything that you do. Moira alone can kind of heal everything you do. Reaper will just destroy you. You can pressure the Widow, but you would have nothing stopping the Reinhardt at all. Like, they would just run onto point and just kill everyone. And especially with, like, Ashe McCree, there's not enough DPS to just stop them running forward. We're the only thing that kind of slows down the enemy team here. I don't like playing out here. Like... What are you doing? Why? Why this? Why this? We're so badly out of position now. It's... Like, I appreciate that this area wants charge, but the mistake this area makes is you always got to think about the distance to safety, right? Let's talk about the D some more. Because if she just, like, stood here and just, like, jostled back and forward, she has 400 hit points. She cannot be one-shot by a Widowmaker unless the Widowmaker has a damage amp of some sort. She is completely safe, right? Nothing on this team, on this team can one-shot her unless, like, they nano Widow, which probably isn't going to happen. It's not really a good idea. So she just stands here, catches a fire strike or something, and then runs back. Because you've always got to consider, like, risk versus reward. The danger of stepping like this far forward is so high. Because their Widow just lines up the shot. Widow hits, Ana hits, Widow hits again, and it's over. And because we're wandering around out here for some reason, why are we here? How did this happen? What are we doing? I don't... No! No! Why are we... And then why do we go this way and then go, oh, fuck, and then turn around and... I'm so confused, Mr. Mage. I'm so confused. Going for Ana? Was there... I thought I saw an Ana... Yeah, there's the Ana there. But... she's out. Like, once she crosses this line... she's out. They have a Widow. The way you got to think, especially on Volskaya Industries, if they have a Widow, is all of this area is theirs. Right? In fact, all of this area as well is theirs. Until that Widow starts coming around these corners, they just control this space. Like... And you have to kind of respect that. There's no point going into a stupid position just to find a solo kill on a fight that's already over. Okay. One of the fun things that kind of manifested, I don't believe Michael Chu has a big enough brain to intentionally do this. Right? I don't believe he's like so giga-brained that he was like, you know what? Having really good synergy between like the two old people who are very good friends canonically is a really cool thing and a really cool idea. I should have regrouped here. No, you were doing fine. Like, you have to get on this point. I mean, you can wait, but first things first, don't charge. Just put your foot here, barrier up, play it safe. The big thing is this. Oh, we just got hit by a grenade. Okay, we're going to survive that a little bit longer. We're being healed, right? That should be the thought, and especially once we zoom out to this viewpoint, it's like, oh, we're being healed by something. We're being healed by not this Moira, because we're the red team. So what we should be doing is, well, the Ana is probably stood in the door frame behind us. We should make sure that we're always in a position that can be seen from that door frame. That means the place we can play is like this, right? We can play in this space here. And that's why I was like, oh, okay, oh no, oh, how are we here? No, we gotta get out of here. The moment we go here, we're dead. And I think the Rhine knocks us into it, so it's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, we kind of get booped into it. But we gotta get out of that position. Like, we aren't surviving there. So at least it wasn't an intentional mistake. But yeah, I think like the charge here is just so reckless, first and foremost. There's so many ways, like if he just countercharges it, you just die. Your job here is to stall. And yes, you absolutely can wait as well. No, the charge to me is like the big offender, I think. Someone called Ana left, it was a bad decision, yeah. And honestly, if there's like an Ana running around on her own, that's not your job as Reinhardt. You don't have the mobility. Charge is nice, but it's not like you're super quick. It's kind of like a desperate struggle. Again with these charges, man. There is nothing wrong with just standing on the point and putting a barrier up over here just to buy time. Nothing wrong with it. Could Blues implement sharing replays with the voice as well? Probably not. It depends on how they've got the replay sorted, though. How the replays work. The issue with like I remember having a discussion with Tim Ford, who's like one of the main engineers with Overwatch, like networking engineer or something. I think he's a network engineer. He was explaining to me like how replays work in StarCraft and how they don't work in Overwatch. It's to do with how like inputs are sent to the server and then how the server processes those inputs. And with StarCraft, like everything kind of just lines up frame by frame by frame by frame by frame as inputs come in. So players send in inputs, and then every frame the inputs are sort of figured out, which is kind of like how a fighting game works. With Overwatch, it's a bit different. There's like some predictive stuff going into it, and then it's almost like a form of rollback netcode that they kind of have. So, Mr. Mage, what happened here? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happens here? Why has this happened? How's this occurred? Again, this mistake. Okay, just fire strike and get back. That's it. Now put your barrier up. Put your barrier up. There we go. There was a lesson that happened last time. Okay, protect that Zarya. Thank you. Don't be afraid to scoop the Zarya up. Like, she wants charge, clearly. Just step forward and just put your barrier up in front of her, because she almost died. Like, we're backing away and we're actively, like, teasing. Zarya's probably like, where the fuck is Reinhardt? Don't be afraid to just, like, scoop her up. You're still safe. Nope. Good catch. Good barrier. That's it. Just steadily. Good. You gotta get to that corner. Good. Whoop. Whoop. Don't do it. I don't like these charges. This one's kind of okay. And then I'm just paranoid with charges. It's oftentimes the place where things go wrong. The thing that annoys me about this place, if you've ever... I know you do play support occasionally, Mr. Mage. Like, this forklift is, like, the worst. It's the absolute worst in the world for trying to heal people. It's like, this place always kind of makes me nervous. That's just me. That's just my support mind. Works out great, though. Yeah, I'm fine with it. As long as we ended up there. As long as we didn't end up on, like, the truck. Just use plat DPS. Like, once. Mr. Mage plays support but forgets to reload. Most people do. What? I hate this stuff from... Like, Moira on 87%. If you're playing Moira... And if you're playing Moira and Ana and you're on 87% and 96% ult charge, you have your ultimate. You have your ultimate. You don't need to run fucking ahead of the tanks out into the open to try and get a little bit more ult charge. You have it. The second this Reinhardt is even sneezed at, he is fine. And you have ultimate. Oh look, she has it. It drives me crazy because, like, if the Widow just blows their head off, that's it, you lose. That's how you lose games, 100%. Play in the corner, good patience, especially with their Widow. Whoa, let's help on McCree. I know our barrier is low, but it's still more than, you know, the 200 hit points for the McCree. It's just one of those things, you've got to, like, body block. You got to protect that McCree, like, if he's going to go for that. This is kind of risky. If that's area I think focused you, you might... No, the Ana's got us. She had to reload as well. I think it is the right choice. Everyone else can kind of handle Like, the Zarya can handle the grav. I think killing the Zarya, you just kind of win the fight anyway. Hopefully. Don't prove me a liar. Don't make me a liar. That's danger. Nice! This is the power of Ana Moira, by the way. This is why I highlighted at the start, like, Ana Moira should be something that we're considering, because you would not be able to get away with half this shit if you did not have Ana Moira as healer. Like, the amount of heal they can put out is just disgusting! It's disgusting! Calculated. I mean, yeah. It was definitely a, like, oh shit moment. It can happen. And it definitely works out better for us. Quiet. They have a widow. Oh no, they don't have a widow anymore. Okay, that's good. I'm always paranoid. Do you think the aggressive Rhines forced the two main healers? No, because they were there from the start. I think both supports just want to play these heroes. Which is, it's fine. Like, Ana Moira is okay, especially at this rank. I think there's definite value to having like a Lucio at this point, but I believe this was sent before the current season started, so, you know, there's no hero bans. I mean, McCree's there. No, wait. I'm confusing Overwatch League and live. Sorry. We did see a Hanzo earlier, so hey. Why have we ended up here? How have we ended up on... We got it, like, you play support Missile Mage. And use area had Grav at this point. Do you see what happens? You're a Reinhardt. Do you know who's not great at, like, confirming a kill? It's Reinhardt. And the issue here is we've just ended up like out in the middle of nowhere. If they see that you're out of position, we are now out of line of sight of both of our healers. There's no way the Moira can, like, if the Moira wants to heal us here, she has to fade. I think at this point, it kind of lucks out. We end up trading. Guessing Grav Dragonblade. There we go. Everyone's dead. You went too far. Yeah, don't. I was going to kill Sarah. Don't, like... It is not your job. And this is such an important thing in Overwatch in general, and this is something that I've kind of harped on for ages, which is, like, in your head, you need to have an idea of what is my job, my role. What is your role in the team? And how do you fulfill that role? Hunting down and killing stuff, like, Ryan is good at finishing off certain heroes. Enemy Reinhardts, for example, if someone's on low hit points and they're behind a barrier, I don't mind a few cheeky extra swings to try and kill them. But when you're just, like, running down on a Zarya in the middle of, like, a fight where there's no clear advantage, I mean, we did get the kill on the Moira, okay. But, like, this is nuts. And we gotta respect those sightlines to the rest of our team. It's doubly important as well to, like, for us not to die if the Zarya has a Grav. Like, we cannot die. Because having a Grav is fine, but unless you have ways to get through the Rhine barrier, it's honestly not that clear cut. Let me see Reaper go behind me. And, like, half their team should be behind you at that point. The Reaper behind us isn't really the issue here. Like, that, being stuck at, like, what their team should do, even if this Reaper wasn't here, like, pretend this Reaper wasn't here, their team should just all push this way. Because the rest of your team is over here, and we're completely isolated. So they just push this way, they kill us, and then they just go and take the point from that way. Zarya grabs for free. Or Genji Dragonblade, Zarya grabs to counter it, kill Genji, and then everyone just runs in. Because that's your win, this is our team's win condition at this second. Being honest, the Genji should have not been just such a goddamn pussy and Dragon Bladed with the... Well, Moira should probably not have coalesced as early as she did. I think she saw the kill come through and they just wanted to, like, keep that aggression. So she coalesces here. If she held onto it and they combine Coalesce and Dragon Blade, that would have been probably winnable. It's better than you think. The Coalescence just keeps the Genji alive through everything. Because now he just comes out and he kills the Reaper, but doesn't get anything else. Because I think he's caught in the grab. Just needs to calm down a little bit. Good. That was actually really good. The only issue I have is we've kind of ended up on a bit of an awkward angle, but Moira's here with us. It's okay. Like, I love the fact that we keep the barrier up. We wait, and then we drop it just as it gets, like, really low. Because by now, everyone should be out of line of sight. McCree's cleared a lot of space. And Moira gets picked off. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's these charges. Let's see what we were going for. Like, we were trying to charge the Reinhardt to buy some time. The only thing I don't like is just ending up on this side. General rule of thumb for Volskara is that people defend from the other side, and so you just got to be ready to, like, play on that side. We could have forced the issue a little bit here and just tried to, like, keep the Rein contained here and then hope that our team puts up enough pressure this way. But the way that our team's been playing, no. And we do kind of get split off here. It's just, it's getting, like, in early and just retreating back this way instead of retreating back this way. So, like, at this point here. So, like, we're here. Swing, and then just start backing up and left. And, like, just giving up this ground a little bit. Especially with their Reaper. Who's their other DPS? We have a Reaper of our own now? Like, that Reaper isn't going to do anything over that. Don't know what Moira was doing. It feels bad. Okay. So what time? Yeah, we'll keep the shadow here, I guess. Ooh, greed. Nice. 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 That's it. Keep that shield up. Keep that shield up. Feels bad, man. We tried. I think stopping for this Moira is a little bit greedy on our behalf. Or it's more stopping the motion. Like, I don't like the stopping of the motion. We need to just get on that point as quickly as possible. It's like we turn and stop to look at her. Charge I'm kind of okay with. Hail Mary Shadow. Works out. And then, yeah, this is honestly fine. Like, not much else you can do. (4-2). There's still, I want to note there's still 12 minutes in this VOD. I am scared. After the dead, I stay in the middle of the point for some reason. No, after the dead, like, that's good. That's good. You should stay in the middle. Okay. There's a lot of Reinhardts that don't do this, and it really annoys me. You should keep blocking. You should keep blocking here. Until, like, you are very much around the corner. You want the objective of blocking here is not to protect yourself, it's to protect whoever might be behind you. You need to buy as much time as possible to allow people to get out and survive and run away. Like, this is fine, honestly. Having the barrier up for just a little bit of extra time is okay, and then lowering it once you're, like, completely out of line of sight, as much time as possible has been bought, and people are safe. That's fine. Your team's McCree should be, yeah, backing up and getting ready to Deadeye, just to create space on the point. What makes this charge fine? Because they're all so scattered, like, we know kind of where everything is, we got to kill. And then, because their McCree is actually in this window, there's a very good chance we're going to hit something. Before, like, if they're all just, like, spread out back here, you're not going to hit anything. You charge and they all just step to the side. There's no way you actually hit something. And they're stuck in this doorway. This is, like, that's actually, yeah. There's no way he can go but back. Notice we still almost don't get him. It's also a lot more desperate at this point. So last time it was like there was no pressure to get to the point quickly. Here there's pressure to get to the point quickly. And to try and like get a desperate kill. So it's a risk-reward sort of thing. The first time round there was actually no urgency despite them being on the point. You could just stand on the point and block. But they were also all stood waiting for you in this doorway. And honestly, like with Volskaya, if you're going to play out, like if you're going to play past this doorway, don't really want to play much for, like if you're going to play by their door, you've got to be a hero that is very good at escaping, like a Tracer or a Genji or something. You can't be like a McCree being super far forward, because this is what happens. Like the Reaper could probably play in this space, but Moira, she maybe could, but she coalesces for some reason, and I don't know why. I think he's trying to kill the Ana. This Ana hits another heroic sleep dart and just, yeah. Like, that's not a good idea. Because the thing is, if Moira just stands like back here and just heals people on the point and puts coalescence through this doorway, they just, like, Missile Mage would have died. Because I think he was down to like 80 hit points at one point. Maybe not. Still would have died. There we go. He definitely would be dead now. Also, Kree used Flashbang. Yes, he did. It's like, you've got to just be constantly in your head weighing, like, what's the risk versus the reward. There's no, like, hard and fast rules of, this is always a good thing. And just, the important thing to do is to, like, get into your head that charge is high risk. And it's high reward as well. Like, if you get someone, they'll probably die. But the reason why it's so risky is because actually hitting people with charge is very rare. It's like, if you tallied all the charges you do, you'll probably find that you don't hit that many of them, to be honest. You know, it's so important. Ooh, this is the false guy. Ooh! Your Ana is carrying, by the way. So hard. Like, your Ana is a beast. What? No! No! What hero do you think we're playing? How fast do you think Reinhardt moves? Just out of curiosity. He's annoying. He's a McCree in your backline. But fuck him. That's the Zarya's job. And this is why we're gonna do this. See how angry this cat is? This is me right now. This is my face. Right? Look how angry. Look, this is my birthday present from my parents. It's lovely. I love it so much. And he's joining me for this stream. Main tank, off tank. Like, generally I have like hit scan DPS, like projectile DPS in my head as well. And then generally like main support and off support, or off heal. Slash heal. Off support heal. I've been trying to do too much instead of playing Reinhardt. 100%. Main tank, block the main source of damage. Main, damn. Off tank, like supplement. Which could be anything from protect the supports to hunting down rogue McCrees to pressuring Widowmaker if you're playing D.Va to fishing for hooks and being annoying from the flanks to many, many other things, to throwing rocks and supplementing the main tank's barrier. So many things in off tanking. It's very, very flexible as a role. His scan DPS is like reliable pressure. And projectile DPS is generally, you know, big ults and stuff like that. Big ults and picks. Depends on which DPS is being played. Like this one's by far the most nebulous about what kind of works. And then main heal is just like tanks. And then this is generally like again, more flexible. Off healing, picking up like people who are low here and there, using cooldowns to keep people alive, that kind of stuff. This guy is done. Like, the Zarya can handle him. The Zarya's got that. Because the thing that occurs to me is, like, the rest of your team wants to run up here. If their Ana hits an anti-nade and this guy just starts popping off and starts landing arrows, everybody dies. Just get on the point. The McCree has to come back. He has to come back to the point. If you just get everyone safely onto the point, what's this guy gonna do? No one gives a shit about this guy. He's nothing. He got so much value from this because we ran after him, Zarya's run after him, Ana's run after him, so now on the point there's like a 2v2 happening, I think. We should have just done this from the start. What a character, yeah. Yeah, your job as Rein, like Rein versus Widow is a classic one. Your job as Rein is to occasionally turn the barrier to block the Widow. That's your job, is to be conscious of the fact that Widow could pop up and kill people. Do that and you're fine. Don't go running after people. Reinhardt doesn't have any movement speed bonuses. Your mobility is charge. It's not great, to be honest. Oh, that's a fire strike and making lag. I don't know if we could see his health. If we could, that is what you go for a fire strike for, but we probably couldn't see it. Which is fine. So good. See, this is where I'd like a little bit more block. Like, just a little bit longer, right? Just a little bit longer. Because there might still be people out there. You've got to be conscious of the fact that you aren't just blocking for you, you're blocking for everybody else. That is on the Moira, though. That's a shadow. I think we had the weird situation where, like, no, everyone else just dodged it. I think. Yeah, that... I would have gone for that charge too, and I think it is actually the correct decision. This TIE fight turned into a bit of a cluster, but that happens. The reason why I say this charge is fine is if he does go down here, like, he looks like he's going to, you know, do what we kind of do and, like, start chasing people down for no reason. So if you do charge him, you can just charge him off the edge and just kill him. Which, trading, like, Rein for Nano Rein is worth. Went for the median. There's nothing wrong with the shadow. The shadow was fine. I think the only thing that wasn't fine was, like, letting their Reinhardt sort of get around us. Or rather, I think if we shadowed like a moment earlier, it would have been fine. Like, once this charge comes through. You could have just shadowed him, to be honest, as well. Nothing wrong with that. But I think I would have gone for the same. Like, I would have just tried to shadow this. And I think we correct ourselves. Like, we try and correct for the Ana, but I think if you just did it where we aimed first, it would have been fine. Whoop. Maybe you get distracted by the Ana. It's like we go and then we turn. Well, we started here. It's like, yeah, no, keep it there. Keep it there. I think their Rein... Did their Rein get anyone? Oh no, I'm getting confused because I'm hearing the audio twice. I thought their Rein chatted. I was like, what the fuck? Honestly, you can just keep blocking their team here as well. Why is McCree... It's a bold decision to try and Deadeye a Nano Reinhardt. It only works if he's trying to protect his team and not, like, already in your face. Like, if he's a little bit back and there's a little bit of distance, yes, you can Deadeye to pressure him out. But if he's already in your face, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. He just hits you in the face and you die. What are they doing? That's incredible for us. Yeah? No! No! Maybe. Still not happy with it. Worry about everyone else. You can't deal with the McCree. Worry about everyone else. There we go. I'd worry about him. Oh no, he used to shadow, didn't he? Yeah, it's fine. Let's talk about these Gravs. First and foremost, if you are the blue team in this instance, don't do this shit. This shit is so dumb. This is what I mean by like surviving with the Rein is super important, because if you just stand there with your barrier up and they don't have a way to get rid of you, maybe one person dies. It's not the end of the world. This is just... Ugh. If she missed like one or two of them, this still goes badly. It works because we have the... It works because of two reasons. It works because the Moira doesn't have Coalescence, and because we have the Dragon Strike. If the Moira had Coalescence, this still might not be a sure thing. I don't like it, myself. I think it's just... There's no point to... In my mind, there's no point to doing it there when you could just do it on the point instead. And just be as effective. Yo, hold the door. Hold the door. Like, I don't know why we're here. I don't know what we affect when we're here, when we could just be here or here. Like, you pick one and you stand by it, and then you just don't let them on the point. And hit them as they try and stand there. Don't know why we're all the way back here. We don't do anything back here. I think I should shield after the Grav. You mean... I'm assuming you're talking about this Grav. Putting a Fire Strike through it's... you do shield, actually. You do it right. The Grav, you shield, walk up to it, shield again, the Earth Shatter into your shield. And then once you're in, yeah, you swing. Two people die? I don't think you can really realistically protect everyone here. I think getting on the point here is priority. I think you are right in getting on the point. The issue with shielding here is it's very difficult to shield from this angle. Or it's difficult to shield here. The Ana should just take it like a safe route just to get forward. It's difficult to shield this as Rein, this position, and do it like completely. Everyone should just be prioritizing getting to the point, because the truth here is that they have to come to you now, which is a good position. Okay. Swing, 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 swung. Moira should look both ways when crossing the street. Look. I'm pretty sure she might... No, Fade might be on cooldown, but jeez. Come on, pay attention. You get 2/3? Pretty good. Probably not going to take it, but 2/3 is fine. Like, you got 3 minutes, and you got... Well, you had Grav and Dragon Strike, and they had no counter. You like Grav Rein. Why are they so far forward? Don't know why people do this. It's, like, such a good way to throw the game. Enemy Rein charges through, should you turn around and block? Turn around or block and hope. Block and hope. If you chase after the Rein, like... One of two things happens when... so, in Rein versus Rein, team. Team. If he charges forward and then you just block his team out, if your team just focuses him down, you should win, because he should be way out of position. Way out of position. So you'll have like McCree flashbang, you'd have like Ana sleep, you'd have Moira's healing. Meanwhile, you're just blocking off all his healing and he can't do anything. He either blocks and puts his barrier up, he Earth Shatters, which, okay, fine, you hopefully Earth Shatter their team, it's just as a response. Hopefully your team can stun him or control him. If he has Earth Shatter, it's a bit different. But if you turn around and start chasing, then all their team has free reign. If you just block, it's just so easy to kill. Charge that Rein charge? Honestly, there's no point. Like, unless it's a really easy thing to hit, there's honestly no point. He's just dead. If their Reinhardt charges in front of your team, he should die. And he's behind you, it doesn't matter. The thing is, you turning around and hitting him, it's not going to stop him hitting your team. Just let them spend this. It's fine. They just spent Grav Shatter. That's it. Notice how not scared we are. You could honestly... You could start moving forward and try and bait her into putting a bubble up and then just Earth Shatter and kill her. And then just go from there.
Welcome to Overwatch, mon chéri.
Hey, MPTJP. Oh, didn't you sub yesterday? I'm pretty sure you did. I know Twitch was throwing a wobbly yesterday. It seemed. I remember seeing your name. They have a May now. That's worth knowing. Let's see. Pressure on their Rein. You could honestly spend some time and recharge here. Yeah, that's Ash. It's a risk when we don't need to take risks. So, here's the thing. This is why, like, this is one of those things of, like, higher level, like, very high level and sort of intermediate level is probably what I'll say. Not, this isn't low level, this is intermediate. It's realizing that their team has, like, run forward. And then... You hear that grab at this point, it's like they already won the fight. Like in my head, panicked. Yeah, there's no need. In my head, it's like, oh, they already won the fight, and then they invested Grav? It's like, why? Why would you invest Grav now? Why would you invest Shatter and Grav into a fight where 2 people are already dead, and we're all the way back in our spawn? They don't need this. They don't need to do this. It's not really... It's going to get them a little bit of time, but it's not really going to get them much. So yeah, you just back away and you just like, oh, well, we have Shadow, we have Nano, we have Grav, we have Deadeye. They don't have Shadow, they don't have Grav. We're in a really good position here. They used Bob last fight as well. They just swapped to the May. Holy shit, we have like all the advantage. And so there's no rush. There's no need to panic. The only thing I would say is like, okay, maybe like take it a little bit slower here, just to like make sure that your team is with you. It's always worth like stopping a little bit just to try and provide a little bit of cover to that high ground. It's an awkward angle to play from though. But once you get here, it's no longer your responsibility. But there's no rush here. And like here's the thing, and I think we don't notice the May. Which, yeah, fair enough. Like it's hard to spot because the May walls us off. Shadow gets blocked, and yeah. I think there's nothing wrong, and this is the sort of the same problem we had with the Tracer last week, was there's no like stop and check. There's just like power, forward. We get baited by the May, wall goes up, and we're dead. Paranoid about my Zarya? Yeah. She's an aggressive player. Or Magia Gibbon over here is a very aggressive player. Yeah. Ooh, I get a sneaky little message. Asretha is continuing the gift sub they got from Gohan. Thank you, Asretha. Doesn't pop up on the thing. You don't get a thing. Thank you. Wish you could look around. You can. You absolutely can. You hold down left mouse button. Like, you hold down right mouse button to have a shield up. You hold down left mouse button, you can spin the camera. It's kind of awkward to do, but it's definitely doable. It's worth doing just every so often. Best to do when you're stood still, otherwise you kind of just get confused with how you move, but... Using it for like a quick glance here and there is not a bad idea. But being honest, like, especially on PC, like, this is fine. This is actually normal. Like, just like the quick turn, and just getting used to like doing this. You can do this. The only time you can't do this is if you know there's like an Ana on the flank, but like doing this quickly as you can, but just turning and checking is fine. As long as you're not like opening up any major gaps that like a Widow can shoot through, yeah, it's okay. Nice, just keep that barrier up, keep that barrier. No! Ah, we're going to talk about McCree. Please, for the love of God. The weakness of Deadeye is that he slows to a goddamn crawl. Right? That he stops moving like a normal human being and, you know, step right ahead and slowly walks his way around. Just hold your barrier up for him. Supports. Focus him. Tanks. Barrier up and body block for him. Because he doesn't need to see. He gets nice little skulls that are like, oh, hey, shoot this guy. Right? Oh, shoot this guy over here, McCree. I'm showing you where he is, exactly. Oh, shoot this person over here. And he doesn't need to see shit. if he's walking into a choke point and there's like a coalescence beam going on him and there's chaos happening, just keep that barrier up. Keep that barrier up, because the more time he has, the more likely he is just to like annihilate a Reinhardt barrier. I had no barrier and they had shadow, I couldn't let it die. Yeah. The Reinhardt died. Trying to shatter. Their Reinhardt cannot shatter at this point, I think. He just dies. And being honest, if they wanted your barrier gone, if their Reinhardt was like had half a brain, your barrier should be gone. I would just hold the barrier here, 100%. I think keeping that McCree alive is vital. You could make the argument, I suppose, of like, you dropping the barrier is a good bait for them. Do you drop the barrier here? And then bring it back up? Which I think actually, technically speaking, yes, is the... If you did it quickly, if you did it very quickly, and to me it's like, oh, I'm just going to drop my barrier because I'm scared of losing it, and I'm just going to start swinging because I want to swing. No, I'll concede that one, actually. As long as the intention always was to bring this barrier up very quickly. Just, yeah. Body block, body block, body block, body block. You're antied. Good. Good. Like, the only optimization here is that... So, the only thing that we do wrong here... Or, like, the big thing that we do wrong here, I suppose. Don't want to really say only. Is we should stand here. Just be part of this wall. There's no need for us to move to the right. Just body block. Only dropped for a moment to try and bait the shadow. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Nice. Okay, 4 to 4. Volskaya. I swing left constantly, it's stupid. It's just one of those things. I think, like... Do you play much Winston, Missile Mage? Instead of holding the button, it's a bad habit. It can be useful. I don't, like... I think it's slightly more DPS. I think there was a period of time where, like, you could do, like hammer cancelling and stuff like that for more damage. I think they got rid of it. I think it might be the same DPS, honestly. Swinging left repeatedly is actually a thing you can do because every hit knocks people. So if you want to try and keep someone at a specific angle, like, you can actually do that to keep trying to pull them in a certain direction. Oh, yeah, just going back and forth is fine. I play some Winston, yeah. The bigger thing there was, like, the Zarya, you know, if someone's by a corner they want to get round and you're in a position where you can just be part of the wall, it's very, very difficult to push past someone in this game. Anymore, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. Because you don't see pros do it anymore, which is generally a very good sign that, hey, this doesn't work. I think they fixed that years ago, to be honest. Yeah, back up, barrier up. They played Widow... barrier, yeah, good. Keep it here. One time they were regrouping and it was mostly just the tanks forwards. I baited out the Rhine shadow by swinging once and putting up my barrier. A few seconds later I did it again. The third time I didn't swing, the other Rhine just shattered. That's called conditioning. That's a fighting game thing. You condition people to expect something and then you do something different. Do you want to know what the mistake here is? It's the one we've made continually. Bubble, yeah. Well, it's not so much bubble. It's Volskaya Industries. Where did the supports play, chat? Where did the supports play on this map? Give me a nice overhead view. That's perfect, actually. Copy image address. Near point, yeah. Generally, like if I was playing Moira Ana here, I'd have the Ana about here and the Moira probably like here. Mega on point, yeah. Generally, like your main support will play so they can run back and get the health pack over here, or run over here if they need to. And generally, you have like this line of sight, so they can just heal everyone in this space, and it's fine. Let's zoom this in a little bit. Kind of hello. Oh, it's because I'm on not that window. Bop, 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 bop. Right. So we generally play, you know, around here. Ooh, thicker. Perfect. Too thick. We've gone too thick. We've gone too far. There we are. So yeah, here and like here. And so if they come in and they drop a big old dirty Winston bubble here, and we run this way, no, instinct should always be to fall back this way. Unless you're like playing very specifically around this area or around this side, instinct should always be to fall back this way, and then play from here or play on the point. As tank, you can like absolutely just play here and play with this and play on the point. And supports play more over here. DPS play wherever they need to. Our instinct seems to be, for some reason, to like run in and go this way. So if I'm an Ana and I'm over here and you do this, you're just dead. Every single time. Every single time. Maybe like a Moira here can help us. Maybe a Baptiste can like jump up and try and heal us, but it's like that's risky for them, and it doesn't really afford us much. And we've done it a few times now, and it's like what I want to say is like just to make sure that this isn't like, oh, on Volsky I do this. It's more of a general rule of thumb of have a good idea in mind of like where your supports like to play, and because I know Missile Mage plays support, I can like say, hey, where do you like to play? Okay, consider retreating in directions that favor that position. Think about when tanks run away from you, like, where is it wrong? Where is it bad? So, yeah. I didn't actually mean I wasn't thinking with my swinging. Well, start thinking. Turn your freaking brain on, son! You got horny. Yeah, you got horny. It's like, oh, there's a thing I can hit. And then you start hitting it, and then you're like, oh no. Oh, no. You're playing Reinhardt, your brain should be working at 900 miles an hour about strategy and planning and position, because it sure as hell isn't focused on aiming. Let's put it that way. You don't have much to think about in terms of mechanics. You have plenty to think about though in terms of spacing and position and all that kind of stuff. It's the big brain hero. Like Reinhardt canonically is meant to be a bit of a moron, but he has by far the trickiest sort of role. Our rank, it's hidden in the corner, 2.9 for this guy. Plan is to kill everyone. Play ball. Don't play Rein. Rein is not a cold-blooded killer. Very far forward. Yeah. This is the war that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. I was like, okay, you know, he's going to make it around the wall. There was like a gap there, and then it's just like, oh no. Oh no. I'll be so in the voice chat, but like, May, drop the fucking wall! May, please! Please! Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Yeah. First, like, we've been sucked into, like, this position twice. If they ever mate, we don't be here. You don't be here. And, like, this is perfect time to press tab and double check what heroes they're playing. Don't be this far forward if they ever may. Just play from the point. And in general, like, if you are behind on momentum, playing it safe and just regrouping on the point is not a bad thing. They killed you as far out that time. Yeah, I mean, May's devastating. May's overpowered as hell. They've buffed her right click to insanity. I just love the complete, like... Yep, nope, fuck you. That's my wall. We've got literally the Great Wall of China erected behind us. On the bright side, May is like Reinhardt Jr., so it's fine. Right click? May's right click has been buffed so many times it's insane, so now it's just nuts. It's overpowered. This is it's actually an okay charge. I'm actually fine with it. The cool part about this charge is it's a bait. It's not even a bait, it's like if he goes for the Ana, which he kind of should be doing, you charge across the Ana, you can generally scoop up the Genji. I am absolutely fine with this. I would have probably aimed for the Mei myself. Just as like a breaks, just to stop here. And then just start swinging, but yeah. I'm actually fine with that. Like, charging through the team is fine to try and stop her blade. This looks like it's over to me. Whoop. Yep, got a charge just to make it to the point. And then we're going to die. And then they're going to win. I don't think our secondary fire is the problem. I was not talking completely in general. So, okay. If they got rid of Mei's secondary fire, would Mei be balanced? Went through the Mei, we were just a little bit to the right of it. If you hit like dead on, you will be stopped. That's the question you got to ask yourself. No? I think Mei will be pretty balanced, actually. Pretty good. I wasn't even mad about the double wall. Like, in the heat of the moment, I'd be like, Mei! Mei, please! Please! But, yeah, I would just think it's just typical. Mei right-click, being as strong as it is, means that she is a viable and strong option from medium and long range, just as like a spammy DPS. She won't finish, like, she won't reliably finish people off, but she's damn annoying to play against. And at close range, she's a complete nightmare. You did that clip above? Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit, yes, this one. I remember this one. This one's old. Jesus, that old UI. I'm gonna stand by the edge so I can get healed. Look how young I am. And I was just like, oh, I'll just concussive blast out.
Mei! Mei, you bitch! Mei! Mei!
Because I was like, oh, I'm just fine. You know?
Mei!
I'm okay. I just, bit risky. It was just so unexpected because it like conked and went nowhere, and it's just like, oh, hang on. Young Josh, I mean, being honest, if I just shaved, I'd probably look very similar. Okay. Your Winston's in. Why are we... Muscle Mage, you are the horniest Reinhardt I have ever seen. You are 110% the horniest Reinhardt. So first, we need to like block here, because damage is coming through here. Please block this, so your Ana and Moira can be safe. The Winston's fine. He's okay. If Reaper's just running after him, he's fine. We can just kind of start chasing this Reaper. It's a Reaper, dude. He can get out. If he needs to get out, he can get out. He's okay. You don't send tanks to fight Reapers. You just go and fight this. If their like main pressure that stops you doing stuff is gone, and if Reaper goes off and chases this Winston around, and everyone else goes and fights, I think you win. To be honest. TBH. I don't know why we just like completely abandoned this. We have that. We're like a husky, you know. We see a ball, or like a golden retriever, you know, a very active, playful dog. Just sees a ball, sees a thing, and just goes, oh, I can chase it. Rottweiler sees something it can chase and just goes, oh, I can chase it, chase, fun, chase. Not your job. Not your job. I like this charge actually. Like, even if we hit him, even with the bubble. Just to, like, stun him in this thing. I think you go for the hit there. But I don't know if we just missed or what. Or if that was intentional. I'd have gone for the hit there. Just to, like, stun him out a little bit. Oh, good. Play it safe, play it safe. Keep that barrier up, keep that barrier up, keep blocking. Nice. Good. Excellent. Good. Stop pushing. Push, 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 push. Go help your Moira. That's fine. You can hit that. Come on. Come on. See, she's going to the right. We aim for the median again. Stop aiming for the median of people. So keep that Moira alive. She'll keep you alive. It's the pact. She didn't keep us alive. Feels bad, man. I have games where I'm too passive as well. Aim for the happy median. In general, I would say playing defensive and playing a little bit like, it depends on what you mean by passive. Like, there are passive moments where, like, using your cooldowns, like, not using your cooldowns at all can be kind of a bad thing, but if you're moving forward and taking ground properly, that's fine. Like, this is 100% a point where you just block and just wait for the wall. You stop Mei getting behind anyone and freezing anyone. Just keep interrupting her freeze as best as you can with your barrier. Hurry for the re-engage. Wall's cooldown is disgusting. Surrender to my will. The Lucio completely ruins your Moira there. Like, their Lucio was committing suicide, and your Lucio was just like, "No, bro, I got you." Boop. Because if the Lucio just stayed, like, hovering around over here, your Moira just keeps healing you and just keeps hitting him, and then you just take a swing towards the end of it and dead. Hilarious. Still learning. I mean, aren't we all? I mean, it's always a weird thing, right? Because, like, as Aretha's commenting in the chat about, like, oh, well, you're pretty much diamond. Like, that's pretty good for learning. It's all about, like, the expectation of self. Like, if I play Overwatch, I expect to be in Masters. And so when I'm not in Masters, that preys on my mind. Whoop! 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 YouTube. Clicked on the Beard Bros video. I like my Beard Bros. I really like Brett. Yeah, overall, I'd say with this VOD, stop chasing after people. Number one thing, stop chasing after people. Just calm it down a bit. Just make sure you're blocking for your team as best as possible. In general, like, our knowledge around shatters seems to be okay. Like, we're thinking about our shatters, which is always a good sign. Because developing from there is no problem. Like, you just start seeing what goes right, what goes wrong, that's all okay. Just stop chasing after people. It's, like, by far the biggest thing. Pawn? Yeah, I casted pawn before. It's not hard. It's really, really not hard. Well, it is hard because it's pawn. Yeah, it's, I think, two of the big things that will really, really improve our play, which is, yeah, that chasing thing, so stop chasing. If someone's out on their own and running away, the Ana on first point, like, killed me. But, yeah, this entire sequence, like, broke my goddamn heart. He's in, he's out. Oh no, it's much more, like, you gotta build, the thing with casting is you gotta build a narrative, guys. You gotta build, like, the throughput on. So it's more like, oh, he's going in harder and harder, he's starting to set up for the big finish, and oh, there he goes. Oh, the spray is incredible. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Just plastering that everywhere. I think the cameraman got some of that. So on, so on, so on, so on. Right? It's not just a matter of, oh, he's going in, he's bursting out, he's going in. That's not good play-by-play. And the second thing I've now completely forgotten, thank you, chat, is we're chasing a lot, and then retreat angles. Like, where do we go when pressure's on? Where do we go when we're not feeling safe? We calm down the chasing a little bit, and then think about, like, backing up to our supports. We've done it a couple of times. Like, I think on this first defense, we did it really nicely, where we just conceded a little bit of ground. Take the heals, take the heals, take the heals, and this is what our gameplay should kind of look like as Rein. Like, this entire sequence was really good. And I was, like, very, very praising of this. And it felt like we got bored. Like, that's what your defense should look like 9 times out of 10. Right, they threaten the choke. You can fight in the choke a little bit, but we lost our Moira. Okay, so we back away, back away, back away. Catch the charge, back away, back away, back away. Play it safe, play it safe, play it safe. McCree gets a kill. And all we're doing is buying time for people to get kills, people to do things, people to find ways to get value. Play the corner, and again, slow, 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 slow. Like, slows down their push. Fight the corner, fight the corner. We don't start going completely nuts. Go for a bit of a risky charge, because hey, the underslept, sure. Managed to kill the Rein. And like, look how good this looks. This looks great. Play more like that. Keep doing that, and you'll climb. Start doing the risky stuff where we're chasing after Reapers for no reason. Probably not so much. Alright, that's the end of this VOD. Thank you for coming by and checking it out. We're going to go on to another one, but for you people on YouTube, if you do want to submit footage to Coaching the Many, please do so. Exclamation mark coaching in the chat. There we go. If you want to submit footage, iamreviews@gmail.com. Soon we won't need it. Once that PTR patch goes live, you can just send me replay codes and I can download those, and that'll be incredible. But until then, best way to do it is to load up a replay, record your perspective just like this, and then just send it in. Otherwise, yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Miss Amazing, for the footage. We're going to go on to do another VOD. I'll see you soon. BRB. This is where we pretend to be gone, but we're not really gone. Hello, I'm back. If you're curious about the pillow, because I see that people are like joining the chat and joining the stream, and you might be wondering why the hell is he holding this pillow of this very grumpy looking cat. Look at him. And he's got like, you know, some cheesy French bread, maybe some garlic bread, I'm not sure, and a coffee. Look at him. It's my birthday tomorrow. My mum like stopped by. I literally was getting out the shower, like drying myself off after getting out the shower, and then bang, 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 bang on the door. I'm like, oh fuck. Still like half drenched. Put on some clothes very, very quickly. Like ran downstairs, one sock on, no glasses. Like, oh, it's hi mum, and she's like, yeah, for your birthday tomorrow, here's a card. So I've got a card back here. That is a cat. I can't reach. I can't be bothered to reach it. And then she gave me this pillow as well, which is very nice, and I like the pillow a lot. It's so nice of her. It is very nice of her, especially as I'm like stopping over at my parents' house on Tuesday anyway. So hey, right. Otherwise, I see a Torbjorn VOD. I'm gonna coach it. I'm sorry. I know Totally an Expert sent me like a library of footage, but I see Torb. I'm gonna review Torb. I can't not review Torb. I click towards the end though.